Although our record doesn't show much now, these experiences lay the foundation of things to come.
The fans just makes you want to play harder when they appreciate effort.
Blazer fans are the greatest fans in the world. They're going to have a great time. They're going to shout their heads off.
We've taken huge steps to putting the Trailblazers on the right path.
You got a lot of guys here that are wanting to prove who they can be in the league. And we're going to do it together.
Murray up the floor, long toss. Great effort by the Blazers tonight, starting 5 rookies. Denver wins it 114-111. And all 5 of those rookies played extended minutes and acquitted themselves quite well. Denver wins it
50. End of the season, it's easy to kind of relax, and it's best that we finish strong and get a good momentum going into the next season because we want to continue to keep building. I think finishing out the season is very important for us.
Right out the jump.
The potential in this team to years to come is very exciting. I feel like we're a very exciting team now. We just filled with a lot of electricity.
Murray come off the screen for Bates.
Just running through our young bodies, ready to run and jump. And
he's able to spin one
these dudes have a lot pending in them, and I can see when we're in practice and in games as well. We're going to be a very exciting team.
Yeah, I knew coming to the season is definitely going to be just tough mentally because it's a longer season than it was in college. My rookie year, there's like a thing called the rookie wall, and like things may not go your way all the time. But I just stayed in my routine, so it just kind of kept me going for these last few games.
During the end of the season, especially for a team that isn't going to the playoffs, one of the things that I'm most proud about as we're trying to build a culture here is we just never let up. Our camaraderie is strong. Our guys are still having a lot of fun and can talk with each other. Nobody's hanging their head.
Had to call Abdul, getting a cut today. There we go. What's going on? What's going on? Yes, sir. What's going on, little man?
What's this? This just a day in the life?
Yeah, like I guess game day in the life.
I kind of missed the college days a little bit, just playing with my homies, my roommates.
How was playing in Boulder?
It was electric, similar to the fans here. You can compare Colorado to Portland in a lot of ways, but especially the fans, I think they appreciate it, doing the little things, they appreciate it. Just winning at home, you could tell they were electric. We had like a little theme song we did after the wins.
You said you had a song that y'all sang?
Yeah.
Sing it.
They would always get on me because I didn't know the words.
Come on, let's see what you got.
It was like, shoulder to shoulder, we will fight. Hey. Go see you, like something like that. I would just be mumbling a bunch of the time. I needed to learn that. It's crazy, you notice it when you come back home, the fans, how excited they are, especially for like the young guys. They show the love, they always have nice things to say. You feel like you're playing for a fan base that really cares about you. And for me, being a player that is expressionate about doing the right things on the court and playing the right way, just giving it all, they notice those things. Even if it's not a game where I score the most points, they're like, man, I saw when you dove on the floor here. You got this rebound. I'm like, wow, okay, so you guys notice the little things, and it just makes you want to play harder when they appreciate effort.
Man, that Bucks game in January.
Exactly. That was crazy. I was just about to bring that up.
Simons steps through.
I was talking to some of the vets on the bench. They're like, yeah, this is probably the closest thing to the playoffs you can get in the regular season. It was like the fans were on the court. It was something I never felt before. It was crazy. It was like when I was shooting, the fans were lifting me up. I can't even describe it.
Finds Walker out of the corner, racing and knocking down a three. And there is Jabari Walker.
The adrenaline, the hype, it was crazy. Can't wait till we make it to the playoffs and bring the city a championship. I can't imagine how crazy the fans would go for something like that.
So I am looking forward to the show tonight. I'm here at Revolution Hall in beautiful Portland, Oregon. I'm excited for tomorrow night. Going to see the Blazers play the Clippers. Over in the chair. My name's Ian Carmel. I'm a stand-up comedian from Beaverton, Oregon. I'm up here right now shooting my very first stand-up comedy special at Revolution Hall. Oh my God. I've been a Blazer fan since I remember having memories. Growing up in the house, we always had Blazer games on. I remember the Will Vinton Blazer cable intro. I went to preschool and kindergarten at the Jewish Middleman Community Center where the Blazers used to practice. So I would be sitting there eating a knish after swimming lessons, and Kevin Duckworth and Jerome Kersey and Clyde Drexler would be walking through the building.
Fans once again showed their true
To, you know, like a little 6-year-old Blazers fan. It was amazing. And I've been a fan ever since.
Fans, are you ready for your...
It's been kind of a rough season, but it's like a baby giraffe stage for the team. Like they're learning how to get on their feet again. And next year they're going to be a big, beautiful, tall giraffe shining in the savannah. I love doing stand-up comedy in Portland. I would probably film my special here even if there didn't happen to be a Blazer game, but I did look at the calendar and make the plan accordingly. I'll be completely honest about that. When Damian Lillard left, I thought I was going to be more depressed than I am.
There you go, Scoot!
But watching this team and getting to fall in love with these players,
Scoot's playing, man.
romantically and platonically, has just made it amazing. I mean, we're not winning as many games as we were for the last 5-10 years, but there's so many exciting players. Shaden Sharp, Scoot, Anthony Simon, Chris Murray's out there, DeAndre Ayton's there, Jabari's out there. Dude, like, we're fine, we're good. I'm not bummed out about the Blazers at all. Whoever it is suiting up for the Blazers, I'm a fan of that person.
The thing that makes me hopeful about our team is that nobody on the court right now was alive when Shrek came out. So they got a lot of room to grow.
Not quite to this extent as Ayton goes down hard, and he's holding the right hand. He immediately flipped up into it. Sitting position.
Getting back from injury, the training staff and the coaching staff really been on me. Just making sure, just staying on top of my routine on approaching the game pretty well. Something I've never really had in my career, just being on top of my nutrition, and the team always checking up on me. It shows high priority, and it shows true professionalism when it comes to this game.
You know, I think with DA, what I would say changed for him after he had gotten here, and first time he had been traded, and quite frankly, he had no time at all to process that.
I went through a lot where I had to adapt, and it took a little while, but I felt like it was just in time, just to finish off this season strong as I am right now.
He never got impatient. He stayed positive, and I was really impressed by that, because that doesn't happen very often, a guy of his caliber.
There is DA.
This league can make you or break you, When you put in that work when nobody's looking, then, it's time to perform, Who can tell you what you are, what you can't do?
We just kept working on it. We kept having meetings, and what type of things do you like, and where you like the ball at, what type of plays. And I studied a lot of his Phoenix stuff. I studied his Arizona stuff. I studied a ton of things to try to find a way to unlock him.
Inching back is Ayton, plays perfect position defense, gets in
And
the
then
place.
as Ant and Scoot and Malcolm and our players started coming back from being injured, they kind of figured him out. He figured them out. I figured both sides out. We unlocked him.
DA
slips through it, puts it in.
Feel great. I feel like I'm at a stage where I got my body all together and I can play these games on 100% and contribute to the team and, just getting to be out there with my guys and them getting to know me more.
Yeah, he's a great person. I love being around him. I love the energy that he brings in the locker room.
There's nothing that brings me up too high or too low. I stay neutral and I try my best to be the best teammate, make people comfortable around me and just make sure, they know my personnel and I know theirs.
DA, I think he's been great on the court, especially as of late. To see him dominating in the way that we knew he could, it's a great feeling. And I think to be able to see that, feel his energy on the court as well, makes me extremely excited going forward.
We're young guys, but we're friends as well, just trying to do the same thing, get better in basketball and just try our best to represent the PDX the best way.
Scoot, trying to squeeze as much time as possible off him. Pick it up right about now. The clock stops. He turns the corner on Brown to the glass. Laid it up, allowed it in. Oh, wow. Laid it around it in.
Hey, Scoot! My name is Sharon Brannon. Been a Blazer fan for about 23 years. Hey, Blaze! I have my first game button, and this one a student gave to me many years ago. It's a very old one, so that's my favorite. This is Gloria and her granddaughter, Melissa, and they're helping people make signs, and the signs aren't only for children. Adults can make them too.
Yes, sure can.
Is this a first game? No? Oh, lucky you. I became a Blazer fan when early on the Blazers used to have writing contests for kids, and I was a teacher in Washougal. And I entered a couple of my kids' writings in their contest, and we got free tickets. We were in the Coliseum at the top, and it was the first time I'd seen the Trailblazers play, and after that we kind of followed them a bit.
My name is Amritesh. I've come to each and every game this season, being a full season ticket holder. Growing up as a guy who always enjoyed the game of basketball, this is the first time that I was in a city that had a basketball team. So they do mean a lot to me. I've been a big fan of the Trailblazers ever since almost a decade ago. And I can see the culture, the vibe that is out here. Even at a time in the season when we are pretty much out of the playoffs, I can see everybody coming in. So the people here are very passionate, and I just love being a part of it.
We're here at the Blazer game with my grandson Hayden, my son Matthew, and my grandson Hunter, having a great time. Go Blazers!
There's Scoot. We hope he gets a block. I love the young guns. Go, Scoot. They're so athletic. The pace of the game is faster.
They trap him. It comes straight to Tamani into the lane.
No, we're not winning, but the time they're getting to play is just going to be so advantageous for next year.
It's been fun to watch all the young guys put in the effort and the fight in every game. So, I'm going to be here for all the games, cheering for the Blazers.
I love this team. I want them to keep this team intact, and I think there's big things waiting for us. I know everybody says give it a couple years. I think next year's going to be real special, so I'm looking forward to it. Nice job.
Growing up in a basketball family, you can't beat it really. My parents they came to Key and I, both of our games we played this year, and just having them come out, it's really cool. It's definitely a unique experience.
I don't want to speak for everybody else, but I know McKenna always says she still can't believe she's got two brothers in the NBA, because to us they're still Chris and Keegan. Just here for the tickets. Bryson! We get excited because it's an opportunity for us to watch them do the thing they love to do. And, obviously when they play each other, we want them to both have good games, we want them both to be out there on the floor together if they can be. So every opportunity is just an opportunity for us to cheer for them.
So move, boy.
He's going to say Keegan. He's going to say Keegan.
Oh, you can Key that one. Key and I, we've always been really competitive. I send him when I blocked his shot when we were at Sacramento.
Beautiful block by Chris on Keegan.
So so I send him that all the time, just randomly, just to make him mad. So hopefully I'll get a couple more highlights at the end of this year.
Yeah. Like for them, I was like, they got a great foundation. They had some great coaches, and that was the toughest thing for me, was to let them go and just be dad. They always believed in themselves. They believed in each other. They also understand, like, getting here took a lot of work, but the work's just beginning because it's harder to stay once you get here. So I think there's the friendly competition between the two of them, but just the mindset for each of them is, okay, how am I going to get better today? You know, we trust in the organization, their agent. You know, Chris is happy with the way he's developing. He loves Portland, loves his teammates, and he sees himself being here for a long time. And so as long as he's happy, like, that's the thing that matters to Michelle and I.
Well played. All right, 3, 2, 1.
You're so good at being so social. So social.
I can be social, but
I'm the awkward person. It really starts up with how you wake up in the morning. Like, if I remember to pray and send good words of affirmations, just say the right things, think positive, then I think that more than not, I'll have a good day. Then if I forget, then like if I correct myself and then do it at some point during the day, then my day usually changes. So just perspective. I feel like the visualizing part happened a little bit earlier. Before my nap, I say, think about the game, knowing what I want to say to my teammates, knowing how I want to interact with everybody when I get to the gym. It's not so much about who I'm playing or what team I'm playing or who I'm guarding. It's just more about me and more about the vibe that I have to offer for everybody at the facility. Usually when I make that last turn, I see people walk in. They have like Blazers jerseys on, and like that's when it hits me. Like, okay, you start to feel the love, you start to see the excitement, and then you can't help but to smile, and it brings you back to that feeling of when you were younger and when you were preparing for games. So it's a cool feeling.
I want our guys to develop as fast as possible. I love the fact that down the stretch we were playing against teams that need wins and that are throwing everything they can at our team. And so I'm saying to myself, there's no better way to get experience, even though it could be painful some nights. Why not just throw our guys in the fire? I keep talking about what's necessary. I keep talking about we can't do this, we gotta do this. Let's just show them.
Chauncey Phillips starting 5 rookies tonight. Just the second time since 1971.
I feel like our guys responded very well. You know, I really do. And there's a lot of nights where we go out there and we're undermanned in a major way.
Denver Nuggets, about 55 years of combined experience in the starting 5.
We got roughed up a few times, but I think those are the best lessons that you can learn.
Our rookie starting 5 has been kind of a great thing to see, obviously. You know, you don't get that opportunity, you don't see that, you know, often. Being able to have that experience and being able to go all out there, you know, with your fellow rookies and go out there and go to battle with them. It's a luxury to have as a rookie.
Throughout the year, you can see them getting better. You can see Scoot getting better. To Chris.
I feel like now I'm in a good stretch. I feel really good.
I kind of just tell them to stay focused, stay consistent in a routine.
You know, obviously Delano's playing incredible. You know, he's coming off the bench and being very aggressive.
Packs it with a right-handed slam, a career high for Delano fans.
Man, I felt like I fell into a great spot. Opportunity, you know, meeting preparation, I feel like goes a long way.
They're 19, they're 20, they're 21. We're playing against veterans and NBA champions, and so what? They dreamed about this opportunity. And so we go out there and we just lay it on the line and do the best that we can, and we live with the results, and we make no excuses.
Blazer fans are the greatest fans in the world because they're stoked on the team pretty much no matter what's happening on the court.
Murray's parents are here, yeah.
That's so cute.
Isn't that nice?
It could be Game 7 of a playoff series, or it could be a game featuring mostly people who were on the remix earlier that week.
Rough season, people still here.
And people are still going to come out. They're going to have a great time.
Just 9 minutes to go, so anything can happen.
They're going to shout their heads off. and maybe the Blazers lose. And you know what? They go home, they have a sort of a bespoke homemade kombucha, they go to bed, they wake up, and they do it all again the next day. That's the Blazers.
Fans in Motor Center, feeling that energy and it's just extravagant. Feel very welcome. I feel prioritized, and the only thing I can do to say thank you is just, put it all on the line on the court.
Nice to see you.
The fans support us a lot. It's an up and down season, so their loyalty to us and continue to encourage us each and every night to go out there and put our best foot forward. It just means a lot, and it shows what type of fan base we have and how grateful we are to have them.
I gotta say, every single time I've met one of you guys, or everyone's been respectful and kind of just want to get to know me. They cheer loud. Like when we get this place packed and winning games, it's gonna be fun. And I kind of got a glimpse of that a little bit already, but I'm excited for next year with the Blazers fans.
Over time, things do change. And although our record doesn't show much now, these experiences lay the foundation of things to come. And that although in a moment, a record might not look great, but over the course of time, it can be the necessary step to getting to a team that has one of those winning records and has playoff and championship competition aspirations. It's good to maintain perspective.
Hang in there, all right? That's that camaraderie, that's that culture that we're building.
A big win tonight. Conducted their business the right way in the last couple of minutes.
Improvement is what the Blazers want to see game to game.
First play. Other than that, we just running, we hooping. All right? It's rock and roll,
You gotta just enjoy that journey.
How are you guys able to hold out down the steps for this win?
It's been a long road trip, and we stuck together and we just learned from this thing and finished off the season strong. And not letting nothing deflate us and just being a better program.